Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we will unbox and benchmark this Palit RTX 4070 Super. I bought this for 36,500 pesos or around $650 US. This is also the cheapest RTX 4070 Super available in the Philippines. For context, while the forex of $1 is around 55 pesos, for GPUs it's around 1:60 or 1:65, and for iPhone it's 1:70. Why? I don't know. Given that, it seems that Palit's RTX 4070 Super is below MSRP, which makes it compelling from a price standpoint. Anyway, around the box, there's really nothing to nitpick. I personally like this box art. Behind the box, there's really nothing interesting other than they translated to so many different languages. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, opening the box. Inside the box is a black box. Upon opening, you'd see a thin foam padding, and beneath that is the GPU itself. And this is the 12VH power 2 dual 8-pin CPU power connector. And that's it. No manual, no accessories. Pretty basic, but it's fine. And this is the GPU itself. It feels very plasticky, but just looking at it, it looks okay in my opinion. Looks cool. There are no covers for the PCIe, and also no covers for the output ports, which is just fine, I guess. Obviously, it has two fans, and there is a fan stop mode, which is nice. As for the dimensions, it is 269.1mm by 127.5mm, and it is 2 slots thick. As for the output ports, it has 3 display ports and 1 HDMI. There is a plastic backplate, however, there are no thermal pads, which means that this is just for aesthetics and rigidity purposes only. Looking at this, you can see how many screws there are. It's around 15, and it seems that you can remove the fan shroud without having to remove the heatsink first. However, I won't be able to test it as there is a warranty void sticker here. This is too expensive for me to void the warranty. Sorry for that. The only hurdle would probably be these 2 screws here, which likely corresponds to the RGB lighting. Speaking of RGB lighting, yes, you heard it right, it does have one here. And by default, it's colored white, and you can download Palit software to control the color. As for the power connector, it uses the 12VH power, which is normal for 4070 Supers. Total board power is 220 watts, which makes you question whether this cooler can handle the heat. So as for the temps while benchmarking FF15 for 30 minutes, the GPU temps averaged at 80.25 degrees Celsius with a max temp of 83.6 degrees Celsius. The hotspot temps averaged at 93.44 degrees Celsius with a max temp of 98.7 degrees Celsius. The GPU memory junction temps averaged at 84.21 degrees Celsius with a max of 88 degrees Celsius. The fan speeds averaged at 58.04% with a max of 62%. In RPM, this is 2,265 and 2,431 respectively. The temps are on the hotter side, although still within operating range. And as for the benchmarks, looking at the average gains and losses against the 4070 non-Super, the 4070 Super is 12% better in all resolutions. As against the 7800 XT, 4070 Super is 10% better, but it goes down as the resolution gets higher. But do note that I'm comparing the base model 4070 Super versus a Nitro Plus RX 7800 XT, which has a slight factory overclock. As for overall recommendation between RX 7800 XT and RTX 4070 Super, this is really a tough one to decide. For me, the 4070 Super is compelling in terms of overall package. Overall better raster than the RX 7800 XT, efficient at 220 watts, stable drivers which is a quality of life gain, and if it matters to you, RT performance, and of course its productivity gains. However, RX 7800 XT has 4GB more VRAM, which would be a small few future-proofing. Games in the near future would utilize 16GB of VRAM thanks to the PS5 and Xbox Series. $100 cheaper is also definitely something worth considering. Given everything, personally I'd go with AMD due to its price and performance. It's not a 20% jump from RX 7800 XT to RTX 4070 Super. 60W more power efficient at 200W range is something that I personally ignore. As for productivity, I only use DaVinci Resolve and AMD is good at DaVinci Resolve, so that's out as well. Given everything, I'd like to say that you can't go wrong with either and you won't regret it as well. As for Palit's 4070 Super Dual, it is hot but it is also cheap. So there are two perspectives here for me. Personally, I would not buy this to put this in my gaming rig. While the temps are in operating range, I find it too hot in my opinion. And this is on an open test bench. Given that, I'd likely get the MSI Gaming X Slim if it is available. However, there's a frustrated YouTuber side of me where I fund my own videos from my own salary, and so the amount that I save from getting a cheaper model means that I can fund another SFF case. And speaking of SFF, this GPU is SFF friendly, and I'd like to test this against the upcoming SFF builds. Anyway, that's it for this video. Do let me know in the comments down below on what you think of this GPU. Thanks for watching. Do like or dislike and subscribe for more unboxing, SFF builds, and benchmarks. Bye!